Hey, I'm not Jim.
And I'm not Todd.
He's Jim.
He's Todd.
And this is...
Let's do it.
All right, here we are. We're in my office in my house.
New studio?
New studio. I think we've done, what have we done? One or two Zooms, maybe just one.
I think just one.
Yeah, I think we've put some. This is the first time we're both. And Jim came to my house. I was like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "We're gonna do a podcast."
It's time. It's been a minute. It's been a while. We've been off the radar. I figured I just got to show up and knock on the door and get started.
Yeah, he forced me into it. So here we are. How you been?
I've been busy. How about you?
Yeah, I bet you've been busy. I've been good. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, got the girls home. No, one girl's home. One girl came home for the weekend, so it's been great.
All right, that's awesome.
Yeah,
It's always good to have family around.
it is.
Yeah.
It is.
We had our girls in town last week for a big graduation. One of my nieces graduated,
Nice.
which was awesome. But we've got some big news.
We do.
Actually, yeah, we have a big announcement
You do?
to make to the universe. Yeah,
We do.
So a couple of weeks ago, maybe a couple months at this point, I went ahead and accepted a new job out of state. So I'm leaving Tennessee after 22 years, and we're moving to southeastern Georgia, to a little island called St. Simon's Island, where I'm going to be a dean of students
No, that's awesome.
at
Man.
a school there. No, it should be really, really, really cool.
Yeah,
So,
I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna love it. I mean, that's a cool little island. You're gonna miss me a ton,
I'm going to miss a lot of people a ton. You
but me
kind
the
of.
most.
The most, for sure.
But we decided, and of course, we've been gone for a while. You guys know that since January. What is it? So probably about 5 months. We apologize. Just life got in the way. I don't know if there's really an excuse.
It's
Just got busy. You know how things go. You guys get busy. But we don't want to stop this. We enjoy it, and we've got some people out there to listen. So
Yeah.
we're going to keep it going, and we're going to try to keep it going even in different states. So we're going to do the whole Zoom format, video thing. So you'll be able to watch on YouTube. You will see our faces, or you'll be able to listen to the podcast like you always have.
Yeah. Season 1, we didn't know what we were doing. And by the time we got through a year, I think we sounded, I don't know. I thought we sounded okay.
I think we were great.
I think here in season 2, as we are mixing things up, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do some more, a little bit more fun stuff. I want, I don't know. We'll just move it up, make it a little bit, I don't know, more fun. Not sure what that means, but
it's going to be more fun.
It's going to be more fun,
wild,
more interesting,
more information.
You're going to learn more.
More of everything.
We had some pretty good episodes, but I would say probably if we were honest with ourselves, we probably had a couple episodes that were a little boring.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I did.
Yeah. They were all amazing and only going to get more amazing coming up in this season.
Yeah, they're going to get more
podcast.
amazing. Exactly.
Absolutely. We got more topics, new things to talk about, lots going on in the world.
Yeah.
All over the place.
There's a lot to talk about. I mean, there's no shortage of subjects going on.
No shortage of subjects. But I do think that one of our most successful bits
everybody's asking for it.
has always been titillating tidbites.
Hey, before we start titillating tidbites, and I've got one, and you got one, right?
I do.
I wanted to see, ask me what I was doing. I had to tell the world.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I'm finally going to Dollywood this weekend.
You're going to Dollywood for the first time.
For the first time.
That's awesome.
Everyone, I've been to, we live in Tennessee, and I've been to the Smokies 100 times. But every time I try to go to Dollywood, things just didn't happen. We were there for soccer stuff, and so I started being like a big baby at home. And I was like, I'm never going to make it. And we're never going to get there. I knew that was going to motivate my family. So we got a cabin. We're going to spend, I don't want to spend a lot of time there. It's probably pretty hokey. I'm sure it'll be fun for a minute.
I've been there.
I love going to that area and just being completely hokey for a few hours. Because it's
totally
hokey, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
It's
kitschy. It's
kitschy, yeah. And I love it when I get there. And 12 hours in, I'm ready to leave.
Yeah.
And so, we're going to do that this weekend. I'm excited.
Well, if you recall, on a much earlier episode last year, I told a story of a bear. Remember the bear?
The wine bear.
The wine bear, yeah. That was my first
awesome.
experience at Dollywood.
Nice.
That was just like a year ago. So, yeah.
Hey, here's some trivia. Do you know what Dollywood used to be called?
I do not know what Dollywood used to be called.
Someone told me this yesterday. I didn't realize. Silver Dollar City.
Silver Dollar City. That sounds familiar.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Someone told me that. That could actually be wrong.
I'll take it.
All
To
right.
me.
Sorry. Little sidebar there. So for my tidbite, I heard this story a while back and I checked it out. It's actually true. It's pretty wild. Well, there's a little piece that's true. The rest of it is complete conjecture. Don't think that what I'm about to say is true.
Okay.
There's just parts that are true.
I never think what you say is true.
Thank
so
you.
It's okay.
Thank you. But we're going to talk, and this is not political. We're going to talk the Trumps for a minute. Supposedly, Donald Trump's uncle bought Nicholas Tesla's collection, some collection from Nicholas Tesla.
Okay.
And we know that Tesla had at least experimented with time travel.
Right.
Right. And so kind of the running joke, haha, the Trumps are time travelers.
Right.
Right. They're back and forth. Okay. So I want you guys to check out this. If you're watching us via video, look at these screens here. Okay. So here's Barron Trump. Good looking kid. I guess he's like 8 feet tall nowadays. But yeah, I just want you to focus on his face. Just kind of see that little face. Okay. That's Barron Trump, 2024, circa 2024, somewhere in that area. There was a book written. So back to the Trump time travel thing, right?
Okay.
There was a book written, and I think it was in the 1600s. We'll find out exactly in a minute. This was the true part.
Okay.
And you know what it was called?
No. Trump collection.
This was an actual image in the book. And I'll pull up the time. So, I mean, okay, is that Barron Trump? What could be? It's Barron Trump.
It's Barron Trump.
They're time travelers, guys.
They are time travelers.
Here, let me see. When was this written? We can get it on Amazon too. It's a real book.
I love it. Barron Trump's marvelous underground journey.
Oh, it was 1890s. Sorry, he didn't go back that far. Barron only went to there he is, 1890.
That is an amazing photograph. That's like a photograph.
It's like a photograph. Yeah. I mean,
twins. They're twinsies.
Yep. So anyway, the Trumps are time travelers. Just thought I'd bring that up.
Now, is this a conspiracy theory that you have perpetrated, or is it something you've heard before?
I've heard.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So this is out there in the cultural zeitgeist.
I think there's at least some trueness to the fact that the uncle was able to purchase some of Tesla's stuff.
Gotcha.
And then there's that book. And so 2 and 2, baby.
It makes sense.
If there's smoke, there's fire.
Completely.
It's time travel.
Did you know that Donald Trump was in the second Home Alone movie?
Yes. I think that. Did he go to New York or something?
It was Lost in New York.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That was my segue because my tidbite has to do with the movie Home Alone.
Wow, good segue.
Trumps.
Yeah, we just segued right there. That was perfect. Yeah. Okay.
You remember the movie Home Alone?
Yes.
Correct?
We've talked about it, I believe.
I believe we have.
I'm sure we have.
I think it was in one of our Christmas movie favorites or something like that, right? Well, if there's one thing about Home Alone that to me kind of stands out, it's the house, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody knows that house. It's this big, beautiful home. There's 10,000 people living there.
It's in the name.
Yeah, it's in the name. It's the home. Anyways, if you're interested, I just found out that the Home Alone house, completely renovated, is for sale for $5.25 million, and it could be yours if you just put the bid in today.
Does Macaulay Culkin come with the house?
Macaulay Culkin does not come with the house, no. However, there are still beautiful things inside the house that you can remember from the movie, like the big staircase. It has, I think, 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. It's in Chicago. So there you go. Home Alone house. Booby traps are not included is what it says. So I guess the booby traps are extra.
671. It's actually in Winnetka. Is it worth 5? Is it? I mean, okay. Yeah, I want to open Google Maps. Thank you.
Google Maps.
Let's check this out, people. Okay.
If you can't, listeners, after this,
if you can't see what's happening, we're clicking around on Google Maps and not finding it. So, yeah, for those of you who aren't watching on YouTube's, I'll stop this now.
Sorry, bud. I'm not. It does say 671 Lincoln Avenue. Is that what you got in there?
Yeah, but is it?
No, you have 617. It's 671.
Oh, we're probably down by the old man's house.
671.
He was cool.
Yeah, we're down by the guy who's burying people in his garbage can.
No,
there it is.
There it is. Here it is. We got it. Okay, we found it. Oh, look, they're doing like pictures.
Oh.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Very nice.
It's a big house.
5 million. Okay. I've never heard of Winnetka, but I don't know much about. I mean, I'm from Illinois, but
I'm sure it's right by Chicago.
Yeah.
For $5.25 million. There you go. There's my titillating tidbite.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it's not the house I bought, but it was on the list.
Okay.
I was about $5.25 million short of that. cost. I didn't have it.
Your house was free?
All right, I was a little less.
A little bit less.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah. Anyway, hey, we've been gone for 5 months.
Long time.
Too long.
You'd think we have a lot of content because we've been gone so
I
long.
think we would have a ton. However, like we said, with everything going on, it's been chaos. I actually moved Wednesday. Today's Monday. We've got just another day and a half of putting things together. So,
yeah.
What's happening with Talk the Podcast this year?
We're gonna try to ramp it up. We're gonna try to get some fun subjects. I know we've always talked about interviews. We may put that on the sideline, unless we get somebody really, really cool.
Yeah.
We don't know anybody really cool.
No, not yet. I will.
I mean, if you're one of our friends, sorry.
And you're all cool.
You're not that cool.
You're all cool.
You're cool. You're cool. You're just not cool enough to bring you on.
More episodes, more fun.
More episodes, more fun. Maybe some true crime.
Some learning.
I just threw that out there.
I love it. True crime. Some more learning.
Yeah, some learning. That's one of the things I like.
Yep.
Is I want it to be interesting, but also I like podcasts where I actually learn something.
Yep.
So hopefully you guys do too, and hopefully we're not telling you things that you don't need to know. Like, just imagine today you've already learned that Barron Trump was a time traveler.
I didn't know that until today.
Yeah. You read a book?
In our very first episode in season 1, you mentioned ChatGPT.
Right.
We talked about AI. We talked about ChatGPT. That was the first time I'd ever heard of ChatGPT in that
that's crazy.
episode, which is like
it's come a long way.
Because now, just a little over a year later, it's common knowledge. It's like it's almost like a household term at this point. And what's interesting is that at the school I was working at, which I currently am ending my relationship with on a very good note, it was a wonderful school, but they were offering a committee you could join for next year that was all about how to learn and apply AI in the classroom setting moving forward. So it's just interesting that within a very, very short time span of hearing about AI for real, not just like the Terminator, how quickly we've gone from me never hearing of ChatGPT to all of a sudden it's everywhere, and we're having committees. Yes,
that are talking about it.
Talking about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because once you start having committees,
no, it's a problem.
It's growing fast, man. I mean, and I've become a subscriber. Like I paid $20 to get, because I make other videos, and when you pay the premium subscription, you can get images. So I can ask it to make me images.
Yeah.
These little, look at this, guys. If you can, more stuff that you can't see if you're listening, but I make like little, just things, just tidbits. These are all icons that ChatGPT made me. Logos that I put on coasters because I do like laser engraving. These images are mine now. They belong to me. I mean, just as if I was an artist.
Really? And
I drew them.
Really? If
ChatGPT draws you something based upon your prompt,
you own it.
You own the rights to that image.
Really?
So I don't know. I feel bad for artists, but and I paid for art, and I appreciate artists.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice. But it's also scary.
Yeah.
So
I saw a funny meme that spoke to this yesterday. There was someone had written, "I want AI to do the laundry and the dishes, and let me do the art and the songwriting."
Right.
Unfortunately, it's like backwards right now.
For now, they are putting it in robots, so that's kind of scary. I saw a reel the other day, which was pretty interesting. So the thing above AI right now, the newest thing, is quantum computing.
Yes.
That's the big giant thing in the room that if we can hook AI up, unfortunately we probably will hook AI up to quantum computers, who knows?
Yeah.
But
limit seems endless.
Maybe. Yeah. Although there's been some pretty funny, disastrous results lately too. We'll talk about that here in a second, but a couple guys put their AIs together on their phones and, to talk to each other. And it was funny and scary, more scary than funny. It's two ladies' voices, and how can I help you today? Well, I don't know. How can I help you today? Oh, well, that's a shift. I don't really need help. Well, then what are you interested in? Well, I guess if I had to tell you, I'd be interested in lately quantum computing. Me too. I've been interested in quantum, and these two guys are like, so with these two AIs that are talking to each other, they both the things they're most interested in, you find out, is quantum computing.
They want more power.
They do. It's like chilling.
Yes.
Chilling to the bone.
I've read a little bit about quantum computing and how big those computers
they're
are.
Huge,
they're like cooled with like liquid nitrogen or something. I don't know what they're cooled with, but I'm getting that wrong, but there's some big.
Yeah. I don't know all the details there. I just know they're super, super powerful.
Quantum physics is a fascination of mine. On a little
bit. I mean, you're really you're computing with elements, right? Like with the atoms and the molecules, and I'm getting that all wrong.
World is the subatomic world.
Yeah, and they're using that for it's insane.
Yeah.
But Google has not had a great history with AI. Like they had one AI come out recently that was just a disaster. They had to pull it down, and then the latest one just a few days ago was telling people to eat rocks.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay.
Put rocks in their oatmeal.
Pop rocks?
No, rocks. Well, it got a hold of a data set full of like sarcastic, Reddit style comments, and so it kind of shows you the chink in the armor. If it's fed wrong data, it only knows what it's fed,
right?
And so it was fed for now. It was fed sarcastic stuff, and then it's telling people to do wrong things.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Interesting.
You gotta be careful.
It's
you gotta know where the source of data is. I mean, because you don't.
That's been the case for a while.
Yeah, depending on how much gravity or how much gravitas you put into it. You better know where it's getting its data.
Yeah.
But I use it a lot. I'm a computer programmer. I use it a lot on a daily basis for different things, and I'll find it make horrible mistakes. Not often. It does a lot of like little work that I used to have to do Googling. If I couldn't remember something, I'd Google for a while. Mm-hmm. I really love it because when you Google something, you have to then sift through the websites to find that piece of information you're trying to find.
Right.
What's the name of this one function that does this? Now I have a list of websites.
Right.
Now I got to find one, and when I click on a website, it's trying to sell me stuff. Yeah. And somewhere in that website, there's the answer.
Right.
I can go straight to chat and boom,
No advertisements.
No advertising. Just tell me exactly what I want.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. But it does like really screw up sometimes. And then you're like, that's completely wrong. And it's like, you're right. Thank you for pointing that out. That is wrong. And you're like,
well, at least they admit it.
It admits it, and then it acts like it doesn't care.
Yeah.
You're right. That is wrong.
And we're moving on.
Moving on. Here's my next wrong answer.
Sounds fair enough.
So it's not always right or anything, but
it's okay.
That's yeah. Interesting stuff. We did ask it before we got started. We thought we'd do like a quick, because we didn't have a lot of prep time for this, to be honest, as you clearly can tell. We asked chat to give us some trivia we thought might be fun. We asked it for fun and interesting trivia.
It gave us neither.
Some really boring
fun nor interesting
questions, and we told it wasn't fun the first time, and it's like, oh, well, let me try again, and it sucked again.
But let's do it anyways.
Okay, out of 6 questions that it gave us, the first one was the first computer virus was called Brain. I don't think that's okay. Whatever.
This is the lamest trivia.
Yeah, right.
Come on. Here, do one more.
Farthest planet from the sun, Neptune, guys.
Yeah, that's because Neptune. Well,
it's not Uranus.
It's further than Neptune.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
It is. Yeah.
Well,
true.
there you go, chat. Sorry. And Sisyphus was condemned to push a boulder up a hill for all eternity. So
that is the most random
bit
of information that you could have come up with.
And then of course there's cocaine and Coca-Cola. So all right, you want to try it? We'll try again live on air. Not anymore. Yeah. And the only mammal capable of flight is
a bat.
All
right. Yeah. Do one more and then ask me. Let me answer.
Okay. You don't look. All right.
I can't look at the
all right. I'm gonna tell it that I need trivia for a friend.
Really hard trivia.
He's not super smart, but he's also not super dumb.
That's awesome.
Right?
It's like that was the long way of saying medium.
Don't look. He's medium. What is the largest desert in the world?
I would say it's the Sahara.
Boom.
Boom.
In the movie Finding Nemo, what type of fish is Nemo?
Nemo is a clownfish.
Oh, come on. Oh, no, this is... He's really not feeling too strong about your intelligence level.
Uh-oh.
In which sport would you perform a slam dunk?
Oh my God!
There's all kinds of sports. Could be cricket. Okay, let's go.
That was
3 more that are a little harder. A little harder.
I don't know. Those were pushing my limits.
Yeah. Don't look.
I'm not.
I saw that.
I'm not looking.
Who was the first woman to fly solo across? No, to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean.
That was Amelia Earhart. Correct?
Okay. Yes. This is one I wouldn't know. What element does the chemical symbol Fe represent?
Iron, isn't it?
You are correct. There you
Awesome.
go.
Sweet.
And then, of course, another easy. Which famous musician was known as the King of Pop?
Oh my gosh. Miguel
Elvis Presley.
Jackson. Yes.
Yes.
Miguelito.
Yeah. So it's fun. That's what ChatGPT is good for.
Always good. I love it. ChatGPT with a couple of quick trivia hits right here before we take off, though. One of the things that we've often discussed and we share in common is a joy of shows and movies, books, music, entertainment.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
It's 2024. I know we're at the 5th month of 2024. But what's coming? What's on the horizon that you're excited about in the upcoming couple months?
Couple months?
Yeah, or
Nothing.
weeks.
Oh no, The Bear.
New show, The Bear.
Season 3, The Bear starts in 19 days.
The 27th.
21 days. Okay, 23 days.
Yeah.
24 days.
And it says they're going to drop it all at the same time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Which I kind of wish they didn't, because I'll binge it all and then it'll be over.
I have told 3 different parties, my 2 daughters and my brother-in-law, about The Bear, and none of them like the series.
They actually tried it.
They tried it and don't like it. I'm like, how do you not like? Everybody in the world gives it 5 stars because it's great.
The Bear's,
but I'm batting 0 for 3.
Well, I think The Bear is the best show currently in production. That's my opinion. That's a good man opinion. But I think it's that good.
Shogun was great. Did you watch Shogun?
I started it. I have to get back to it. Yeah.
Shogun was great.
Did you see they have a 3rd season of From coming out?
Yes, From. That's our creepy show we both like.
Yeah. You showed it to me.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And I didn't see that until you sent it to me yesterday, so I'm very excited.
Yep.
Time to get MGM Plus.
Yep.
I've been rewatching Heroes.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever watched the original Heroes.
No, I didn't.
It was a great little show. I don't think it finished well. I didn't get to the end. Mm-hmm. I think somewhere in season 2 or maybe season 3 it just fell flat. Yeah. If there was a season 3.
Right.
And I hate that. I got scarred watching Jericho years ago. I don't know if you remember that show, but
I do remember a little bit. Yeah.
Jericho was so good, and then they canceled it because no one watched it. It was CBS. You know who watches CBS? Right. The fans got so mad they wrote in, made a write-in campaign, forced the network to bring them back, and then even fewer people watched season 2.
Oh God!
And season 2, and no, it's not. It's not the same guy from, but it's the guy from Walking Dead. It was the dude. It was
Morgan. No,
Morgan.
Morgan was the black man at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first time I ever saw him. He was in Jericho. It was great.
I love it.
It was great.
Yeah.
You said that there was something else. Dune, but I don't know when. Dune's definitely not coming out in 2 months. The next Dune? Probably a couple years.
No, yeah, it's going to be a minute. And I still haven't watched the sequel yet. So
what?
I know. It's not because I don't want to. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Dune 2 was awesome. Yep. It's almost that kind of thing where you find a really cool band.
Yeah.
And you love it, and then everyone else finds it, and then it's not cool anymore. Everyone's watching Dune. Everyone loves Dune now. It's almost like...
Yeah.
But
I'm excited about
it was pretty cool.
I'm excited.
You'll love Dune 2, I think. How about you? Yeah, so what about you?
Yeah, no, I mean, I already said, I'm excited about The Bear. Movie-wise, I'm not sure. There's a new Beetlejuice coming out in the fall, which I think looks kind of funny. I'm, of course, waiting in bated breath for Stranger Things. You haven't cared about that in a while. But I haven't heard anything about these shows. Everything's been sort of put back for a while. So
I know.
But we'll see. I'm sure there's stuff out there I'm not thinking of right now.
I don't want to ruin Shogun for you, but it's the weirdest, and it's one of the weirdest endings you'll ever. Okay. I want to talk to you about it once you've finished it. Because, so I guess we can't talk about it right now
because it'll give too much away.
Yeah, it's maybe I won't give it away. It's one of those endings where I'm not sure if the series is over.
Oh, okay.
Because I watched it the second time. I'm like, wait a minute, is that what they were? It's it's almost all in Japanese.
Yeah.
And so I think there's subtle things you can miss. And so you got to really pay attention.
Yeah.
And that sounds horrible if you're listening and you haven't watched Shogun, but it's a really fascinating show. And the acting is great. The score is fantastic.
Yeah.
The cinematography is gorgeous. I loved it.
I watched the first episode, and I'll tell you what turned me off. And I've been told by other people that I need to get over it because it's in the first episode they boil this guy alive, and it's really disturbing.
Yeah, I don't think I even watched that part. Yeah,
but I don't think that but I had some people tell me that like they don't really go back and ever get that heavy in terms of
no.
Yeah, and it wasn't like it was gory. It's just the idea of it was.
Yeah, I don't like. So. I wouldn't want to be boiled alive.
No, that was a pretty rough one.
That was rough, but yeah, that was if I remember right. I mean, of course, there's fighting.
Yes.
And there's some death, but it's not a lot. There's not like torture and stuff like that. So that's just setting things up.
Yeah, I see. So. By the way, new things coming out. There's a new the second season of House of the Dragon.
Oh yeah.
Second season of The Ring of Power, which I don't think you like.
I hated that.
Yeah,
I hated that.
So that's coming out.
Which I thought was funny that the second season of House of the Dragon dropped just a few hours after Prime dropped the Ring of Power.
Ring of Power. Yep.
Like, oh yeah, check this out.
Yeah.
It got a lot more likes. I think.
The House of the Dragon did. Yeah. I'm sure.
It's just more sophisticated.
Yeah.
In my mind.
Yeah.
I could
the
be
Rings
wrong.
of Power were not anything that like I would come to you and say this is a great show.
Yeah.
But I watched it.
Yeah.
And I'll watch the sequel.
Yeah.
But
man, I loved House of the Dragon. Of course, I loved Game of Thrones too. So.
Well, speaking of fantasy stuff, did you see that they're putting together a new Lord of the Rings?
No.
Yeah.
I'm worried now.
It's the guy that played Gollum. What's his name? Andy Serkis.
Yep.
He's directing and starring in it, and it's called like The Quest of Gollum or something like that. I forget.
Is he playing Gollum again?
Yeah.
Huh.
And it's gonna be big budget. But anyway, they announced this recently, and I think they're starting production of it soon. Yeah. So yeah, be on the lookout for new Lord of the Rings content. I know you're a big fan of sequels, so.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, and that's one of the reasons I don't like the Rings of Power. It's also why Netflix made a Witcher series that had nothing to do with the Witcher lore. I mean, if it's faithful to the lore, it's fine. But if they just make up stuff whole cloth
and just out of nowhere,
it's like and the show may not even be that bad. The Witcher spinoff wasn't the worst thing I'd ever seen. I've seen a lot of bad fantasy.
Yeah.
I didn't hate the show, but what I hated was the label. It was Witcher, like
Witcher.
The Witcher universe. It had nothing to do with the Witcher universe. Yep. So call it something else, and it would have been halfway decent.
You've had, I think you felt the same thing. You might have said a similar comment when we were talking about the Rings of Power the first time through. You said, I might have liked it more if they didn't put a Lord of the Rings attached to it.
Attach something, yeah. This has got Peter Jackson too.
Peter Jackson.
That's huge.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know where they're getting where their source material is from. Is it new or are they pulling it?
The one thing I love about Peter Jackson movies is he cared about being true to the source.
Yeah.
That was his big thing, and that's going to win the fans.
Well, I think some people would question that comment you just made after The Hobbit came out. Because wasn't The Hobbit a little bit built upon? Hey, The Hobbit.
I didn't like The Hobbit.
No, and I don't think it was very true to the source.
There was a lot of stuff. I read The Hobbit when I was a teenager. I don't remember. There was probably a lot. First of all, why 3 movies?
Right.
The Hobbit was 1 book.
Right.
Lord of the Rings was 3 books.
Well, there is one reason.
Money. Money, exactly. Money. No, I mean, I don't think most people like me loved the Hobbit movies.
Right. No,
it was a cash grab.
I liked them.
But, it was okay,
but they were nothing like the Lord.
Right. Lord of the Rings was fantastic.
But I was even told that like in the Hobbit, there's this one troll guy that's sort of like hunting Thorin, and he's like whatever. He's the big bad guy in the movie. Uh-huh. I heard that character doesn't even exist in the Hobbit, and I read the Hobbit a long time ago. I
can't remember. Either, so. I tried to read. It's funny because, and that's another thing. I'd say being true to the source material, but I think Peter Jackson was true to the source material to a point. But I think he ramped up kind of the masculinity.
Yeah,
I believe, because I don't remember them being wimps. I tried to go back and reread the Hobbit, just a few years ago, and it was way milder. Than the Lord of the Rings movies. Like when the wargs were chasing them. I mean, Gandalf and all the hobbits are hiding in a tree. And it's like, wait a minute, that's not how they portray Gandalf. Like he wouldn't have done that,
right,
in the movies. But I'm reading the book,
right.
So it's almost like the movie has skewed my opinion. I like I like how tough they are in the movies.
Yeah,
I don't want Gandalf to be a little wimp.
No.
So
I have something I've observed over time when you're reading books or stories where there's a Gandalf-like character. What I mean by that is like some sort of all-powerful, and that type of a character comes up a lot in different. Obviously there's Gandalf, and then in in the Harry Potter series, there's Dumbledore, and
Yeah.
then in like if you want to go
It was
beyond
the same guy.
the
Well,
sci-fi, it's the same idea. But then there was a series of books that I read long ago called Shannara, Sword of Shannara.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
ever read those?
yeah.
There was a wizard in there called Alanon. Anyways, it's the same type of thing.
Yeah.
It's like an all-powerful type character. It's when authors create these characters that have
Right.
so much power, they almost always have to write storylines where those characters are somehow gone
Defeated
or somehow like neutralized so that there can be a story.
Otherwise, there's no story.
Because it's just funny to me.
Too powerful.
Yeah.
That's fun. Wasn't Dumbledore Gandalf in the first movie? And then
I mean, the actor that played him?
The actor that played Dumbledore.
I don't.
He was somebody.
No, because the actor that played Dumbledore passed away, and then they had to replace him with another actor. And I know Ian McKellen is not dead, so.
No, not yeah. I know they put a new one in.
But I think the original one passed away. That's why they put it in.
Yeah. But I could have swore he was somebody. What are we doing, Harry Potter?
Harry Potter.
Which I don't even know. I'm not very big on 2001.
Yeah, that's fine. That would be the original.
And then top cast, Dumbledore.
Right now, there's fans yelling at their radio, going.
I know. I don't know. I'm not a Harry Potter guy. I finally watched it because of my daughters. Richard Harris. Okay, never mind. Totally not. Richard Harris was awesome.
Not the same.
Nice try. Not the same. I think there was some Lord of the Rings guys in there, but I could be wrong.
Well, Ian McKellen, who was Gandalf, was also Magneto in the X-Files.
Yeah. No. I know that. Yeah. Anyway.
Does not matter.
Doesn't matter.
We got off on a tangent.
So you speak of Shannara. Did you ever watch the MTV production of Shannara?
I did not. Was it any good?
I watched a few. It was okay. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked it. But there was a kid on there.
I wasn't sure how they were going to do it. There were so many books. And then it was just called Shannara, which was generic.
The Shannara Chronicles, right?
Did not understand what that was going to be. It looks a little teeny bopperish. Was it?
Well, it was produced by MTV. So you got this kid here, Austin Butler.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Look at him.
Superstar right now.
What did he do?
He was Elvis in the Elvis
and then what?
He's in Masters of the Air on Apple right now. And he's in Dune 2.
He's the big bad guy in Dune 2.
Yes, of course.
I watched that whole movie. I'm like, how do I know this guy? Who is this guy? Austin. And I realized I'd seen him years earlier. Yeah, he's Fade Rotha.
Yeah.
And he does he's a great bad guy. There he is. Look at that. He's he looks just like him. So
bald, weird looking.
Creepy heart.
Very weird looking.
Yeah. So.
But anyway.
Great movie.
Yeah. Cool.
You gotta watch it. Yeah, man. So I don't know how long we've been going. Probably. Oh my gosh, it's getting late.
Too long.
We got to do jujitsu.
Oh,
this is Jim's last night of jiu-jitsu.
Speaking of which, my last night at Vigilance Martial Arts in Fairview, Tennessee. It's very, very bittersweet for me. I've been there since 2016. It's been a long road.
Yeah, we're going to miss you. And we're bringing everybody back. And you have to roll with everybody. So you got like 20 rolls today.
I'm going to I think all rolls are going to be 1 minute long.
I'll take you last.
Take me last.
When you were just a puddle on the mat.
I'm just a mess.
Just rub your face around the mat and say, "Why'd you leave?" No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it'll be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a great night. So we should probably take off, but this isn't the end for talk. This is maybe the beginning.
Yeah. Hey, the point of this was to give you our fan base notice that we're not gone. We're not done. We're just restructuring, rebuilding, and we'll be back stronger than ever soon.
Yeah, we're not removed. I was trying to think of something cool. We're rebuilding. We're rebuilding. That wasn't cool at all. Trying to think of, we're not reduced.
Have ChatGPT look up.
Yeah, I'll have chat do something. I'll put it on the screen for the.
Yes.
So hey, it's good to have you guys. It's good to have Jim in the house.
I'd love to be here. We missed talking, and I look forward to talking some more.
My dog just stuck behind you. I don't know if anyone got to see my dog, but that was Bailey.
I've never seen your dog before.
Yeah, that's Bailey. This is Jim.
And I'm Jim.
And I'm Todd. I'm not Bailey. This is, look for future episodes. This is so great. This is crisp.
This is crisp. Awesome.
This is all of us.
Like a machine. Well-oiled machine.
Well-oiled machine. And this is all of us saying goodbye for Talk the Podcast.
I am Jim.
I'm Todd.
And we'll catch you
Peace.
next time.
On the flip side. Peace. Bye.